Hi, this is Electronics. In this video I will review this Bluetooth audio receiver module from ICStation. Be sure to subscribe and press the bell to get notified of my new videos. This is a Bluetooth audio receiver module which is used to receive audio or music signal from a transmitter like a phone or laptop. This module is working with 5 volts power supply, but later the lowest supply voltage will be also tested. The output signal is not amplified, so an amplifier must be connected after this module in order to dry speakers. You can't connect speakers directly to this module. Here are some close-up shots. This is the top side. Here you can see the Bluetooth receiver IC. I couldn't identify and find the datasheet for this IC. Let me know in the comments if you can identify it. This is the 26 MHz crystal. Here is the T4 labeled SMD diode. This diode prevents the board from reverse supply voltage. The measured forward voltage drop is 0.6 volts. This means that if the supply voltage is 5 volts, then after the diode this voltage drops to 4.3 volts, as you can see it on the multimeter. The Bluetooth receiver IC's antenna runs here. One special feature that this module has, compared to the other Bluetooth modules, is the USB data connection pads. The remaining parts are passive components like resistors and capacitors around the receiver IC. There are some soldering pads left blank for components, probably to modify some features of the IC. The rear side consists of a brick ground plane and a few traces. The labels for the pins are visible on this side. The size of the board is 19 by 31 by 7.3 mm with the pins. If you need to fit this module to a smaller place, you can desolder the pins to solder wires directly to the pads. By bending or desoldering the pins, the length of the board becomes only 25 mm long. Here is the description of the module on ICStation's website. They have provided the necessary information for proper use of this board. If you want to connect a status indicator LED, then use a 100 ohm resistor in series, otherwise the LED can burn out and damage the main IC on the module. The description also contains that the operating voltage of this module is between 4.1 and 5 volts. This means that this module is not suitable for lithium-ion battery powered projects, but with some modifications it can work. When you look at the picture, you can notice that the module on the picture looks a little bit different from the actual product. There is also a notification that the module has been updated in 2019. On the previous version there was an additional IC and more components on the board. In the next step, the module is placed on a breadboard before powering up. I used the 5V 2A switch mode power supply. You can find a link to the review video in the description. After powering up, the Bluetooth module can be found under the name of Win668. The lowest and highest frequency range was tested, and it did went down to 25 Hz without any noticeable attenuation, so the low frequency range is very good. The high frequency range is acceptable, and 19.5 kHz starts to attenuate the higher frequencies. Would have been better to be able to go up to 21 kHz at least, but still it is good. The next measurement was the lowest supply voltage with the help of the oscilloscope. According to the description, this module works with minimum 4.1 volt, and the measurement proved that the information is accurate. As you can see, the module shuts down at around 4 volts. If you want to power this module with lithium-ion battery, it is recommended to desolder the T4 labeled diode. This way the module loses the reverse voltage protection, but the lowest supply voltage threshold goes down to 3.5 volts. The current drain of the module was also tested. When the module is powered, the current drain jumps between 14 and 26 mA. This fluctuation decreases to 14 and 18 mA when the phone is connected, and rises to a mostly stable 22 mA when a sound signal is received. The notification sounds are pleasant, no annoying woman voice or anything disturbing. The module connects automatically to the phone if the Bluetooth on the phone had been turned on before. If the Bluetooth on the phone was turned on after the module being powered, then the module won't connect to it automatically, so you will have to do it manually. Now I will explain how to install this module in an amplifier or sound system. First, the power supply voltage and the signal input lines must be identified. If the power supply lines were found, then the power supply voltage must be regulated for the module to 5 volts. To do this, you can choose between LM7805 voltage regulator IC or a switch mode power supply. Despite SMPS being more efficient, the LM7805 provides more stable supply voltage for the module, which means better sound quality. This stereo sound system will be used as an example. On the mainboard, the power supply voltage can be found here after the diodes. It is highly recommended to check with a multimeter set on DC voltage measurement to measure the voltage and the polarity. The signal inputs are here on the main board. It is written RIN, which means right input, but the left input is also here. This is the pinout of the LM7805. It can be safely used with input voltage ranging from 7 volts up to 25 volts. Here is a diagram of how this Bluetooth module can be connected to this sound system with the voltage regulator. On other amplifier board with split power supply, the positive supply voltage is usually labeled V+, the negative V-, and the ground is GND. To connect correctly the LM7805 to split power supply amplifier, the regulator input must be connected to V+ and the ground to ground, not to the V-. The indicator LED was also tested. When the module is powered, the LED blinks fast. When the phone is connected to the module, the LED does not flash but stays on continuously. If music is played, it starts to flash slowly. The resistor in series with the LED is important, otherwise the main IC can be damaged. You can place the resistor before or after the LED, it will work both ways. The reception range is really good, at 10 meters distance it was still working. In conclusion, this module is a good choice if you want to install Bluetooth connection to an amplifier or sound system. You can find a link to the product page in the description. I would like to thank ICStation for sending me this module. Thank you for watching and also thank you for the donations. You can donate on the link in the description to help my work.